Session, do I have a motion to go back into regular session?
Second.
And let the record reflect that it is 6:48. Okay, we have nothing under unfinished business. New business, the only thing on here I don't know that we may need to mention is, Josh Vance did resign as the home confinement officer. So we will need to advertise, accept his resignation in the new business and then advertise for a new home confinement officer.
So you have a motion for the new business?
Do you have any questions about it, either one of you? Okay, do I have a motion to accept the new business?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion is second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
You need to let the record reflect we didn't make any motions or decisions in executive session. So.
Yes, okay. Did you get that, Miss Mayor?
Assumed you would.
All right, our next regular session is scheduled on October.
Yeah, that's our
3rd.
regular
And then we
session.
have the meeting on the 30th.
September 30th, yes,
For the
at
broadband.
12:15.
Okay, so do I have a motion to adjourn till then?
Just one quick thing before we adjourn. At the last daycare, the day report and the drug court, they have established a rapid response team in Logan County, Mingo County, I think, and Judge Thompson wants to establish one in Boone and Lincoln County, and he wanted me to talk to you guys about that. Basically what that is, there would be a deputy, a recovery counselor, and EMS go to people that OD within 72 hours of doing so. They have monies for the deputies, pay deputies overtime and things like that for that as part of the grant they got.
Did the grant
It's
come through
through-
the drug court?
Yeah, it's through the drug.
Is it through DHHR? The
No,
grant?
this
Usually
grant,
the
I think it's through the opiate monies and things, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure where they're at. There's a lady up there that's, works for us now that's from Duke who's doing, basically running the show on this, and she's worked with Judge Thompson. I was kind of, I just want to let you guys know about that because it's no cost to us.
Right.
Of course, we need to talk with the sheriff about whether he was interested in that and things of that nature. My thoughts are I wanted to let you all know about it today because I do think it's a good program with some of the results they've had up there already. They've already far exceeded the numbers they thought they'd see already.
It's been very successful.
Yeah, and it's not of cost to the commission, but what I would like to do is see what Judge Thompson has to say about it to us, and then go from there. I think if we wanted to approach the sheriff, he would need to be aware of the program and see if he thought he had any personnel available to do that. But what it amounts to is they pay overtime for the deputies to do that. And they've set up on so many days, so many afternoons a week they would do that, depending upon what the situation presented would show. But to me, it's several things. One, you prevent people overdosing. You get people into situations where they can be treated for their illness, and that's part of their job. That's part of the recovery coach's job to decide on whether this patient can stay out in public or where they need to be institutionalized for. And they have some really good results. In fact, what I'd like to do, if it was something the commission would want to do, and I'm pretty sure Judge Thompson wants to do here, we want to have this lady that's from Duke come down here and talk to us about it, so she can give us the information they already have, because it's very significant as far as changing the course of what happens to these people when they overdose on drugs and things. So.
Was she wanting to come to the
Well, I'm
commission?
sure she would. She's very, and she's very knowledgeable. She gives a presentation on it up there.
Hey, Doc, is that just participants that's in like a drug court program, or
No,
is that any OD?
No, it's when
they
911 would handle a call where the Narcan would have to be used or something of that nature, they'd automatically be in this program to where, that's why you have police, you have EMS, and you have the recovery coach go to the
So
house.
it's not somebody that's been sentenced to anything, it's just any OD.
No, right,
Yeah,
right.
I think
And-
that.
And the thought is because it's so close to the actual overdose.
Event, yeah.
Yeah,
The
they-
percentages of the people that are visited by these teams of going into treatment is really high.
Yeah, it's really, really good. In fact, the biggest problem with it is they just don't have enough beds, really,
Right.
you know, and so, but that's something they're trying to address too. But I thought because it wasn't something that would cost us more money, plus we'd be able to deliver us another service, that it's already been proven to be effective. You know, this is not something you're guessing at with it, that we know that this changes their lives, you know, it has the potential to change their lives. And plus, you know, you see a lot of, I'm sure in the news and things, where people OD, they get their Narcan, they pop up and walk away. Well, you capture those people in this program to where you actually get to go talk to them, and you know, if you know, law enforcement's needed, they're there. If EMS is needed, they're there, and the recovery coaches are people that's been, you know, had problems before themselves. So I think it's something that we want to, and it's not an expense to us, I don't
So
think.
the money's already in there.
Yeah, the money's already there to pay the deputies, the overtime and
The
things
only
like
thing we
that.
would have to do essentially then is just approve, pay the overtime up front.
Right, and what we have to do is talk with EMS down here and with the sheriff and with the people on the drug court down here.
Is there not coordination with like a healthcare facility, as well, with these quick
Well,
response teams?
that's, I think they're coordinated through Prestera or those people that take those,
I wouldn't think it'd be a bad idea to have fire departments be a part of that either, because the way that the fire departments are spread out, they usually know people in the community better than the law enforcement officer. I mean, they usually know.
Well, I think
these
that's
people.
something
So it may be a good transition when they go to talk to them, that they somebody they know.
yeah, I think if we got those groups, the EMS and the sheriff and the drug court involved with it already, then what we need to do is get this lady down here to talk to us, because she's like the driving force, you know. She wrote the grant for it, you know, she knows how much money they've got and things of that nature. And I think whoever talks to the sheriff should make sure that he understands that this is not this is for people already hired, that already would, you know, they would have to work more, but they would get reimbursed for that overtime. And I think, you know, I don't think, at least in law enforcement, I don't think anyone, or if I was sheriff, I wouldn't turn down extra money to pay my people that were trying to make a living, you know. So, but I just think that it's already proven that it works, and not just here, but in other places. But this lady's really up to date on it. She works closely with Judge Thompson, and I think he's the one who recommended her for the job. So, and he wanted me to bring it to your all's attention, and he also wanted us to talk to the sheriff and see if they would be interested. So, I don't care to do that, but if you want to do that, that's fine. I just think, because I really think we need him on board before we go forward with it,
Yeah, and I would hope that he would be, amenable to that.
I think he would, because, you know, basically his people, it would give them the opportunity to not only help the people of the county that are going through this, but also to, you know, you prevent, you know, incidents in the future,
Sure.
things that could happen that would help. But it also allows them a chance to make more money if and continue to work here.
No, I've actually talked informally with Dr. Hanson, who's over, I can't remember the name of the new program that's over the EHR,
Mhm.
about these quick response teams and the funding out there. And then there was a funding cycle that was missed, but this is good to hear that they've already got it.
Yeah, they've got monies for it, and like I say, once we get the different groups interested, and I think that's a good idea about the fire department to do, you know. But then what we ought to do is go ahead and get with Judge Thompson, because he's setting it up in Boone County too. So and see how he's doing there, and then coordinate that with him. But I do think it's got a lot of positives, and you know, I guess there's negatives, but the positives far outweigh the negatives, I think. And plus, you know, we can, if you save, you know, 1 or 2 people's life a year with it, you know, and you're looking at doing that, and not only that, you're looking at maintaining the family unit, because you don't have them losing their dad or losing their mom or, you know. I just think it's one of the things we can do, and you know, if it doesn't cost us more, you know, I think it's something we really ought to look at.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all I have.
All right. So you're gonna mention it to him?
Hmm?
You're gonna mention it to him?
Yeah, I'll get with the sheriff and talk to him.
Okay, I think we already have a motion to adjourn on the floor, don't we, so?
I'll
Don't, I'll
second.
go ahead and give you a second.
All right. So
Thanks.
we will be adjourned until October 3rd at 6.
Except you're gonna remind me to be here on the 30th, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we will remind you.
Okay, guys. Thank you much.
Yeah, have you signed your
So
lifeline?
who did she write the grant for?
I think I signed it.
Who did she write the grant for?